Hi guys, Hannah here. So we're here for our core focus today. You don't need any equipment, just yourself and a mat. And if you don't have kind of a raised or padded platform, which I'm guessing that you probably don't have lying around at home, then maybe you want to grab a cushion or a soft blanket or something so you can pop underneath your knees later. That's completely up to you. Otherwise, let's get started. So let's come to the front of our mat for me. We're going to cross one ankle over the other, bring our arms into genie arms, and then we're going to take a little seat down onto the mat. Now it's always a little bit further than we think it is, so that last couple of inches it tends to be a little thud down. Good, taking a nice deep breath in, reaching our arms forward, plug our shoulders in, tuck the tail, and roll back down onto that mat for me. Go ahead, center yourself top to bottom, side to side. And then we're going to bring our right leg up into tabletop and our left leg up into tabletop. So I want you to have our knees over our hips, our shins parallel and our toes pointed. Raise those arms up just above those hips for me. Take a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, curl up and over. From here, shoulders away from our ears. Looking at our thighs, we start pumping from our shoulders. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can extend our legs, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bend, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, extend. Good, now you might want to keep your legs in tabletop the whole time. That's absolutely perfect. And bend, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we curl up a little bit more for me, guys? If we need to cradle one hand behind our head, feel free to. Good, and bend, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, extend, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, last round, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause. Hug the legs in, curl up a little bit further, and lower down with control. Look over to the left, look over to the right, just to relax that neck. And then go ahead and bring our arms down by our side. Once our arms are down by our side, I'm going to get you to press those shoulders, press those back of the arms and those palms in, and relax our shoulder blades down. Are our knees still over our hips? Are our shins parallel? Are our toes pointed? Let's go ahead and do a little windshield wiper. Keeping our legs squeezed together, our legs come over to the left, only as far as you can keep the shoulders pressed down. And exhale back through center. Over to the right for me. Keep nice and relaxing the collarbone and the throat area. And over to the left. And exhale back through center. And over to the right. And back through center. Good. From here, let's extend both legs up to the ceiling for me. Lower our left leg down as we curl up. Now, we can hold on to our ankle, our calf, or our thigh. We go ahead as we scissor switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. And we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend both legs in, lower down. Cradle one hand behind the other on the nape of that neck for me. We're going to extend one leg out to that 45 degree, and we're going to keep our other leg in tabletop for me. Let's curl up and over and sweep the straight leg up and sweep it back down. Good, pointing those toes for me, trying to keep our hips nice and level, trying to stay curled up and over. Remember, your head is heavy into your hands, not the other way around. Last one for me, and we're going to switch over. So we're sweeping the right leg up and lowering it down. Now we only lower our leg down as far as you can control those hips staying level. And 3, and 2, curl up a little bit further, 1, and bend the leg, lower back down for me. Beautiful. Again, rock a little bit from side to side. And then from here, we're going to start rocking back and forth a little bit until eventually we're up in a seated position for me. So, from here, let's go ahead and draw the heels in towards our bum. We want to make sure that there's plenty of mat behind us. So if you're on the taller side, go ahead and make sure that you scooch forward a little bit. So my feet are in a little Pilates V. Heels are together, toes are apart, and my legs are pressing into my arms, and my arms are pressing into my legs. That nice rounded spine which we've been working on all week. Look down towards that navel. Hover those feet up off the ground. Notice how I'm looking at my tummy button. My pelvis is tucked under, and I'm nice and rounded in that ball. Remember, balls don't roll if they're flat. We go ahead, we rock and roll back, and we control up and pause. Again, we come back and control up and pause. And 3, good, keep those shoulders down. And 2, nice rounded spine. And 1, come all the way up, lower the feet down. So, guys, you know that looks so easy. We're going to progress it. Now, from here, I want you to go ahead and I want you to keep one leg bent and then go ahead and keep the other leg extended for me. From here, we can hold on to the calf, to the ankle, wherever you can. And we're going to keep this leg in tabletop, so much as we were when we were lying on the floor. Again, scoop through the navel, look down towards that tummy button for me. Keep in this position. We're going to rock and roll back, keeping those knees together, and come all the way up. Straighten that back at the top, rounding in that spine. Rock and roll back, keeping those knees squeezed together. And again, chest comes up proud. Last one, scooping back. And rocking forward, fight for that shape. And switch the legs. Try and keep the feet lifted at all times. Tuck that tail, round that spine. Remember, balls don't roll if they're flat. And chest pulls up like we're showing off a necklace. And again, rocking and rolling back. And come all the way up. And last one for me. And pull those shoulders back. Bend the legs for me and lower the feet down. From here, scoop back to the tag of our pants, rounded back, scoop tummy. Lift our right leg up into tabletop, our left leg up into tabletop. Interlace our hands for me. We're going to rotate over to the right side and touch our fists to the floor and over to the left side. And again, so we're really getting that rotation. Oftentimes when we do this Russian twist, we're like sort of here somewhere, but I really want you to twist. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and back through center, come all the way up. Now, from here, let's scoop down onto those elbows for me. So I know when we're on our elbows, sometimes we kind of want to do this. I really want you to think about our chest being up proud, tucking our tail for me, and those arms pressing firmly down behind us on the mat. Let's bring our left leg and right leg up into tabletop. Extend both legs up. Laterally rotate them, which means our heels are together, our toes are apart. We lower our legs 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch and exhale to lift. Every time we lift the legs up, can we lift to make sure that our shoulders are out of our ears? Lower, 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 and lift. And last one, lower, 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 and lift. Legs into parallel, bend those legs for me. Now, remember our windshield wipers earlier? We're going to come back into that. Our legs come over to the left, we extend the legs, we bend the legs, and we come back. We come over to the right, extend, and bend. Oh, my little studio cat is here. Maybe you guys have little furry friends at home that come and join your workouts. And right, extend, bend, back through center. Last one on each side. Again, we're pushing away from those shoulders. Extend, bend, back through center. Lower the feet down for me and transition all the way down onto our back. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and flip onto your right side for me. So, I want you to be up onto your elbow. Now, even though we're up onto our elbow, I don't want us slouching down on our waist. I want to bring that chest up very high, that waist is away from that mat for me. Now, I'm going to go ahead and have my legs just on that diagonal corner for me. So, see my toes are just ever so slightly coming off of my platform. Arms down by our side, Other elbows underneath of our shoulder. We take a nice deep breath in. We're going to do a rotating teaser as we come up, reach towards those toes and lower back down. Chest is proud. And again, lift the legs and the arm and lower back down. And guys, as we're lowering our legs down, that's also really where we build a lot of strength as well. We don't want to let gravity just take our legs down. And last two. And lower, and last one for me. And when we do this, I want you to go ahead and I want you to bring our legs back, reach our arm forward. So we're taking that little bit of an extension as well in that spine. Good, breathing here, come back through center and lower the legs down. Now, let's align our legs so they're in line with our torso. Elbows are still directly underneath of our shoulder for me. From here, we're going to come into a star side plank. Now, from here, bend that bottom leg for me. Top leg is extended. We're going to come up and lift our arm and our leg into a star and lower back down. Now, remember, we want to keep our head on straight. We don't want it to be like fish bait, dangling down. Good. Imagine that our head is like the light bulb to our lampshade. And lower. And last one, we're going to stay lifted and holding that star. Good for 8, 7, push away from the shoulders, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Gorgeous. Let's go ahead and come onto our tummy for me. We're going to have our elbows directly underneath of our shoulders for me. Forearms and palms down on the mat. From here, come onto our knees. Tuck our toes into that mat. We're going to come onto that dolphin plank. So from here, we take a nice deep breath in, almost come into like that downward dog position for me. Pike those hips up and hover those knees down. Again, piking up and hover the knees. And 4. Imagine as we're lifting up, that someone's tickling your tummy or there's like a cactus plant underneath of you. And last one, and lower down. Good. From here, come onto your hands. So hands are underneath of our shoulders. Knees are going to be underneath of our hips for me. From here, remember those windshield wipers, guys? We're basically going to do the windshield wipers, but in a quadruped position. So tuck the toes for me. From here, let's go ahead and bring those knees together. Hands underneath the shoulders. Hover up. We windshield wipe to the left and back to the right. And if you can hear my toes squeaking on the mat, just ignore that. And 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back through center, lower down. Good. Now from here, last variation of our plank. We're going to bring our right elbow down onto the mat. Our left hand stays up. And we're going to come onto a full plank position in this position. From here, we're going to lift that left leg up and bring the elbow to that shoulder. For 6 and 5. Keep breathing. 4. Are we looking just ahead of our hands? 3 and 2 and 1 and lower down. Send ourselves back. That little shell stretch. And remember, the shell stretch is like a combination of our angry cat and our child's pose. Roll all the way up, and then we got that second side to do, my friends. So, come on down onto your mat for me, onto that second side. We're going to do our rotating teasers first. So, legs are going to be extended on that diagonal. Again, lifting that waist away from the floor. Again, shoulder is going to go ahead and push away from our ear. We take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, we push away from the elbow, reach towards our toes, and lower back down with control. And again, as we lift and hold, and lower back down. And we have 4. Control back down. Remember, that's where we build the strength. And 3. Simultaneously, upper body and lower body lifting and lowering. And 2. Perfect. And 1. And lower back down. Gorgeous. Now, from here, let's go ahead and take that little counter stretch where those legs are just coming behind us. That right arm is reaching forward, so we're in a little bit of an extension in that spine, which actually feels quite glorious. Come all the way back, bending that bottom leg for me, walking that knee so it's back in line with that body. Top leg stays extended. Let's come into our star side planks, making sure our elbow is directly underneath of our shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. As we exhale, star the arm and the leg up, keep the head on straight, and lower down with control. And again, we star up, push away from that elbow and that shoulder on the floor. And 3, and lower back down. And 2 more, and lower. Last one, stay lifted and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax down for me. Gorgeous. Now, we're going to go ahead and do that exact same thing. We're going to do the dolphin plank, and then we're going to go ahead and do the windshield wipers and our bear hover, and then we're going to go ahead and do that funky plank with the elbow to the knee. So, again, elbows are underneath the shoulders for me. Knees are underneath the hips and we tuck the toes. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, remember that cactus? We're coming up, 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 and hovering back down. We're scooping up, 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 and lowering down. And again. And 4. Good. And 3. And 2. And 1. Lower down. Keep our knees together and keep them underneath of our hip area. Again, making sure that we're lengthened into our tailbone. So we definitely don't want to be, rounded in that lower spine for me. Inhale as you prepare. Exhale, tuck the toes, hover the knees. We're going to windshield wipe over to the right and over to the left. And 6, 5, 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, back through center, lower down, and now for everybody's favorite, love to hate, left elbow down onto that mat for me, right hand is up, so we're in that half elbow, half hand plank, step back into our plank position, lift the right leg up, bring that elbow to our shoulder, and reach back, elbow to our shoulder, and reach, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lower down, back into that shell stretch. Woo, that was a hard one. And roll all the way up, roll those shoulders back. Now guys, I said earlier that you might potentially want a mat with that's a bit more padded, or a pillow, or a towel thrown underneath those knees. Now might be the time that you want that. So, we're going to come up to that tall kneeling position for me. And then I want you to bring your right leg nice and long out to the side for me. So you can see that my right foot is down onto the floor. Let's go ahead and bring our arms into a T, relax our shoulders down. From here, we're going to go ahead like a little teapot, come over to our left side for me, reaching our arms so we're on that diagonal, and come all the way back up. And again, maybe you want to even come down to the floor, and we come all the way up. And again, I always feel like that little teapot. So my British members will know the little song. And I always feel like I'm singing that in my head, guys. And if we don't, then DM me later and I'll let you know the little song. I won't horror you by singing it now. Good. And again, last 2 for me. And 2 straight from our heel to our head. And last 1 for me. Come all the way up, lower the knee down, switch to that second side. Again, just take a second to make sure that we're nice and straight. So we don't want our leg forward or back. It's right in line with that body. Arms out into a T, relax those shoulders down. That supporting knee is underneath of our hip. We go ahead. We come inhale to prepare. Exhale as we come over, coming on that diagonal. Again, maybe you feel comfortable enough to come down and reach. And exhale as we windmill up. So it's inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth as we come up, really allowing that breath to help us. Good. And come all the way up. And last 1 for me. And I lie. One more for funsies. Good. And come all the way up. Slide the knee underneath of you. Go ahead, come up onto your feet. And have our feet about hip distance apart. Bring our chin into our chest, our belly button into our spine. Rolling down for me. Holding onto those opposite elbows and swaying from side to side. Releasing and relaxing. Nodding the head yes, shaking the head no. Come back to a still, let our arms dangle. And we roll up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll the shoulders back. And the word you've been waiting for, you, my darlings, are all done with your core focus, and I will see you next time.